Hi everyone, I'm Diwa from Wiser Biker. So what is a bicycle computer? Now, bicycle computer is essentially a computer that is mounted onto the handlebar area of your bicycle, and it actually can tell you a range of information such as speed, your distance traveled, the time that you spend on the ride, a range of other additional information and data such as cadence as well and power. Right. So today in particular, I want to show you two bicycle computers that are very value for money as well as very reliable. Now, I personally use them for months, and today we will do a showdown between the two of them. So on the left corner, we have the Magene C406. And on the right corner, we have the Xoss G+. Now, a brief introduction of the two of them. The Xoss G+ is from Hong Kong, and it's actually got the IPX7 waterproof. I'm not sure any one of you going to cycle into a pond or anything, but well, yeah, you can be in the water for 1 meter deep for 30 minutes. And it's only at 52 grams of weight. Whereas for the Magene C406, it is from mainland China, and it's got the IPX6 waterproofing, which means that it can take heavy downpour, heavy splashing. You can wash your bike with the bicycle computer on, no worry about that. And the weight is 83 grams. Now let's do a comparison between these two bicycle computers. In terms of battery life, the Xoss G+ can last for 25 hours per charge, and the Magene C406 can last up to 30 hours per charge. They both have very impressive battery life, I would say. Next is the display size. Now, the screen on the Xoss G+ is 1.8 inch wide, as for the Magene C406 is 2.5 inch big. While a lot of you may think that the Magene C406 has got much bigger fonts on it because of the bigger screen, but that is not really true. Let me show you. So as you can see, actually the font size on both of these bicycle computers is about the same. The only difference is that on the C406 there are additional parameters, which means on the same page you actually can see more parameters being shown as compared to the Xoss G+. So we're saying that they have got same font size, same clarity, but you got more things on one single page on the C406. Next, as you can see on the display, both of them has got the battery level indicator on the top right hand corner. In terms of their mounting, both of these bicycle computers do come with a mounting together in their package. This is for the C406 and this is for the Xoss G+. Now, they are different in design. Personally, I'll prefer to the one that is given by Magene. Is not only that it's aerodynamic, but it is protruded out so that it actually take up less space on my cockpit. And it also has a additional space for you to mount lights. However, the mounting that comes with the Xoss G+ has got its own flexibility. With this setup, you can actually mount it on the handlebar, the handle stem, or even on the top tube itself. And a note to you is that both of these bicycle computers uses Garmin mount, right? So that means if you do not like the stock mount that comes with the bicycle computer, you can always buy a third-party mount. In terms of price, so how much do these bicycle computers actually cost? Now, they are both actually termed under the budget bicycle computer, and a little search online, I found that in US, the C406 costs about 52 USD, and in Singapore, you can get it for about 67 Singapore dollars. As for the Xoss G+, in US, you can get it for about 50 USD, and in Singapore, it's roughly 38 Singapore dollars. Although the Magene C406 may be slightly more expensive than the Xoss G+, but it is also because it comes with more features. And in my opinion, both of these bicycle computers actually offers great value for their respective price tags. Now let me tell you the unique features that are offered by the Magene C406 and are not offered by the Xoss G+. Number one is the rich data that is being captured by this Magene C406, and is coupled with a very awesome application, that is the OneLab app. And so let me just show you what I've got here for one of my rides. And inside you can actually have all the details of your rides. They've got a lot of graphs to show you your heart rate, your cadence. You can pinpoint into different graphs and look at exactly every instance and how are you performing at that very instance. And that is not offered by the Xoss G+. And if you're hungry for data and if you need those data to assist for your training, then the Magene C406 will actually do better in this area. The next thing that it can do but the Xoss G+ cannot do is pairing with a power meter. So we actually support power meters, whereas for the Xoss G+ it doesn't. The Magene C406 is also capable of recording distance of a stationary ride. What I mean is that if you're riding on an indoor trainer, you can still record it and know how long you have actually ridden on the bike. Whereas for the Xoss G+, it cannot capture the total distance covered for an indoor ride. A next unique feature is that the Magene C406 has got customizable screens. So what I mean by customizable screen is that, for example, on the top row here, it is showing the current speed. You can also change it to show your current power. Let me show you. There you go. As for the Xoss G+, it's only got 3 fixed pages. The first page showing you the current parameters, the second page showing you the average parameters, and the last page shows you the maximum parameters. Lastly, the Magene C406 comes in different colors that you can choose from to match with your bike. But the Xoss G+ only comes in black. Now is the time for me to show you what is unique about this Xoss G+ that is not offered by the Magene C406. And that is nothing really that is unique to this Xoss G+ that the Magene C406 doesn't have. But that itself is a unique feature. Well, don't you agree that it's a very simple and straightforward bicycle computer, which means you can really just buy it, switch it on, and press the record button and off you go. And I really like the small form factor of this Xoss G+ design. Now, if I mount it onto my cockpit, it won't make it look too cluttered. Right, so much about the good points of these two bicycle computers. Now I'll tell you more about what I don't like about them. And to start off with the Magene C406. The biggest thing that I don't like about it is these customizable screens. Although it says customizable, it is not fully customizable. What I mean is that it has got a lot of limitations to it. Each of these box here has got only a few options for you to choose from, a few parameters for you to select. So that means it actually restricts you and don't really give you the full free play of what parameters to put in which box on which screen. Now I really wish that Magene can change that, because that will be very helpful for me because it will allow me to put all the parameters that I want to see on the same page. The next thing that I don't like about it, well, it may not affect me a lot because in my country I use kilometer per hour, but if you prefer or if your country uses miles per hour, then this Magene C406 could be a problem to you because it doesn't have that unit for you to choose from. And lastly, I do not like how the buttons are configured. I would prefer the start and stop button to be on the same button, but here in the Magene C406 it's actually separated into 2 different buttons, which is a little bit not intuitive to me. So the Xoss G Plus, and what I really hate about it, well, it cannot really record indoor cycling. That is one big problem for people who actually have to do indoor cycling, because if I cannot record it, I cannot show it on Strava, and whatever is not on Strava, it did not happen. Another thing that really disturbed me is that the Xoss G Plus tends to exaggerate the elevation gain parameter, and that means it shows that I'm actually climbing more than I am actually climbing. For once, I actually tried climbing a hill that is and I gained about 30 meters in elevation, but on the Xoss G Plus, it shows much more than that. It shows about 37 meters gain, and that disturbed me because I would like really accurate data, especially on the elevation gain. Now, who is this Xoss G Plus actually suitable for? I would say for riders who have just started cycling, or who is just cycling for leisure. If you want something that is cheap, reliable, and it's got very straightforward and simple and easy to use, then this Xoss G Plus is a really good option for you. Then the Xoss G Plus is a really good option for you because it is really that simple. As for those of you who are actually more data craving, and if you are planning to do trainings or to use more sensors such as power meters, then it is wise to spend a little more for the C406. Well, after all, it's not a lot more, but the features is a whole lot more. So in conclusion, if you have just started cycling and you are wondering which of these bicycle computer to get, then my suggestion to you is, if you can spend a little more, then get this Magene C406, because it can do everything the Xoss G Plus can and more. So it is a little bit more future proof, because in case you get more serious about your riding and you want to start doing trainings and you want to use power meters, etc., then this Magene C406 can still grow with you. The only reason why I will get a Xoss G Plus is that it is small and easy to use. So I'll just put it onto my day-to-day commute bike and just record simple data and to share on social media. Right, since I have both of these bicycle computers on my hand right now, I shall also answer a few of the commonly asked questions from our viewers. Now, one of them is whether they have the auto start, auto stop, auto pause, I would say, function. And yes, both of these computers have got auto pause function, which means you do not have to physically press the pause button, because once you stop riding, it will stop recording, and when you start riding again, it will automatically resume recording of your ride. And next is that both of these bicycle computers can be synchronized with Strava. So you can link it to your Strava account, and every time that you upload the workout onto your app, it will synchronize at the same time on your Strava app. Lastly, some users have experienced that an inaccuracy of the speed as well as the distance that's recorded by the bicycle computers. Now, personally, I didn't really experience that throughout my usage of these two bicycle computers, but here are some of the possible reasons that I can think of. Number one, if you are only relying on GPS to record the distance and the speed, then perhaps at some point, at some areas, depending on where you are, the GPS signals could be weak, hence it causes some inaccuracy in your recording. And if you are using a sensors such as M+ or Bluetooth sensors to record the speed or the cadence, then the accuracy of these third-party sensors will also play a part in how accurate these data are being captured. So I hope that this can help you answer some of your doubts, but if you are still having issue with all these speed and errors, the best person to reach out is their own manufacturers, so you can reach out to Magene or Xoss. I do understand that they are pretty difficult to reach and very slow at times, so no harm leaving your comment or your questions in the comments box below. Let us leverage the power of our viewers. Hopefully someone who has the experience and who has the answers can help to answer your doubts as well. So thank you very much. Hope you enjoy this comparison between Magene C406 and Xoss G Plus today. I'm Tiwa. See you again.